Hey, what's up? This is 22 new e-bikes for the market in 2018. These are real, honest-to-goodness electric bikes you'll be able to get in 2018. No crowdfunded crap that doesn't exist yet, no old bikes from 4-year-old internet searches. This is the real deal, so let's go ahead and kick it off. Okay, let's talk about a few systems first. Yamaha is releasing their new PWX motor, which has more torque and is a smaller physical size than the previous 250-watt PW model that we've been using up until now. So it should be a lot of fun to take on the trails. I'm pretty excited. For the Shimano step system, they're coming out with a larger drop-in compatible display, and I'm really excited for, but they're also coming out with a smaller, more torquey motor called the E8000. And at some point I'm told they're going to have a rear rack battery on some of their bikes. I haven't seen one yet. Okay, so Bosch recently came out with a video showcasing some new stuff. A new active line motor which has no noise, something I think is a very welcome improvement, but it also is advertised as a, quote, perfect for inner city or for tourists in flat terrain. So I'm guessing it's like a low torque option that's in contrast to their new higher torque system called the CX. Also, they have a bottom drop down tube battery, which is pretty neat. They also have an anti-lock brake system that seems to be a prototype. They don't want you to think that it can overcome gravity.
So no ABS system can overcome the laws of physics.
And they mentioned that it will be in rental bikes before it is released to the public about a year from now. So time will tell, but I'm excited to try it out. Easy Motion has already added a bunch of Yamaha powered bikes to their already big lineup, and they call them Rebel bikes. But the big news is their new Atom X bikes, 3 of them. Lots of new stuff for these bikes. 36-volt 20-amp-hour battery dropped into the top of the down tube, Bluetooth display, reactive grip buttons, split pivot dual suspension, vertical mounted 100% zero drag Broza S motor, and a locking mechanism based on an RFID bracelet. I'm really excited for these bikes, and I'm going to try it out as soon as I can, and I'll get you the details, so stay tuned. eProdigy, if you didn't know, one of the first mid-drives in North America, has a new carbon fiber folding bike that they've finally finished. They were showing it off last year at the bike show, but now it's ready for prime time. By the way, that's a really gutsy system on a tiny folding bike that's carbon fiber, so it should feel like riding a rocket ship. Populo made a big splash with their cheap sport model for $1,000, and they have other e-bikes as well if you didn't know, including, you guessed it, a folding bike. 350-watt motor, 36-volt battery, front shock, internal Shimano Nexus in the back. Really nice for a bike like that, I must say. And for $1,500, I think it's a pretty good competitor. Alright, so Pedigo, one of the most successful production electric bike companies in the US, always has some weird stuff going on behind the scenes. A few years ago, I saw them experimenting with an electric kit attached to this road bike. Last year, they asked who would be interested in a solar-powered or a dual-motor cargo bike, and they've been bouncing around the idea of a 3-wheeled front-loading electric bike. I've heard rumors of a mid-drive dual suspension bike. Neither one of these options Pedigo has offered before. But Pedigo has always been hush-hush until their special meeting in December, where they will introduce new bikes and also throw around some more ideas for the future. If I were a betting man, I would get... eVelo is working on what they're now calling the Delta. Now get this, 750-watt mid-drive with a 48-volt 11.6 amp-hour battery that's available with hydraulic brakes, RockShox, Reba, and FSA components throughout. That's going to be one really powerful bike, and I would totally rock that. Surface 604, the little e-bikes that could, they've got an awesome bike coming out this year that very well could be a big hit. I've been pressing them for information, but they've been pretty swamped, I'm told. The new bike is a hardtail mountain bike which includes a suspension seat post and a few other creature comforts with a pretty good retail of $19.99. So like the last few years, Haibike will likely come out with 50-something new bikes that are just like the previous year with a different color and product code or slightly different specifications. But to throw a wrench in the gears, it seems that Haibike is taking their S-Duro and X-Duro classifications and crossing over titles from one motor system to another. Oh boy, they don't make it easy for a guy like me. Juiced Bikes is coming out with their Ocean Wave and Cross Current Air, or maybe they already have. It's kind of hard to say when the bikes will be available for purchase or even release in some cases. Juiced Bikes are really awesome, especially for the price, but they do have a reputation of taking a while to deliver, so if you can hold out, by all means, go right ahead. Volton is coming out with a new mountain bike that doesn't even have a name yet. It is that new. It's a 48-volt 16.4 amp-hour battery, Bafang mid-drive, Shimano Dior, RockShox front and rear, hydraulic disc brakes, 19 and 17-inch frame sizes, and they even have a hardtail coming out that they don't even have a prototype picture for. They're sliding into home base with these bikes, but that's going to be a home run nonetheless. The folks at Luna Cycles are slated to release their Luna Apex. Hold on to dear life with this 45-mile-an-hour dual suspension carbon fiber fat tire bike that totally reminds me of something from the Cybernator. You'll want fat tires, by the way, because the last time I went 45 miles an hour on a bike, the skinny tires almost cost me my handsome good looks. Stromer is coming out with an ST5 bike that sounds pretty neat. 28 miles an hour, electronically detachable battery, clean handlebars, and the Omni connectivity that must have a really bombin' display because it's described as, quote, a color display that renders the bike and rider inseparable. Last but certainly not least is BESV. They're releasing quite a few bikes. The PSA-1, which is an aluminum version of their PS1, the JS1 Advanced, which improves upon the JS1 and lowers the price to $3K, and another awesome bike I really want to try, the TRB-XC. Dig this, it's a hardtail bike with a carbon aluminum composite frame, 350 watt Brose mid-drive, a 756 watt hour pack, which I'm guessing is 36 volt 21 amp hours, all for $3,499. I really want to try that, but I want to try it out on a full day in the trails. Full day. Thanks for watching this video on the upcoming e-bikes for 2018. I'll be covering a lot of these bikes and more at the upcoming Interbike Bike Expo, which is turning into an electric bike expo, September 20th through 22nd, 2017. So stay tuned to the channel for more e-bike coverage, especially around that time. After the dust settles and I finish a few videos, I'll get my hands on a few of them and give them a longer term review and range test. So let me know what bikes you'd like to see reviewed and I'll do my best to get my hands on it here in the shop. Other than that, what are you excited for? What did I miss? Let me know in the comments below. If you want to buy an electric bike, you can go to our site, bluemonkeybicycles.com, or if you'd like, you can join our Patreon page. I'm Mikey at Blue Monkey Bicycles, and I'll see you on the later.